What is going on, traders? What is going on, YouTube? I know. I have not been active for, over a year, probably getting close to 2 years. But I promise you guys I'm going to be more active here in this channel. So if you haven't done so, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm telling you, I'm going to be more and more active here. I'm going to do a daily video of the daily recap of what happened in the morning trading. I do trade futures. I trade NASDAQ mainly, sometimes S&P 500, but for the most part I trade NASDAQ. I use funded accounts, I use Apex, I use TakeProfit, I use Trade Day, and I have my personal account. So with that said, what I'm going to be doing is daily videos on the recap on the trade for the day, whether it's a win or lose or whatever it is. Keep it as honest as possible and transparent as possible. You guys can follow me along on this trading journey. All right. So again, I haven't been very active, so I'm gonna get back to this. So right now I have 5 Apex accounts. I have 4 TakeProfits and 1 Trade Day. So all of them are very close to get into live accounts or pre-accounts, however you want to call them. So with that said, let's get to today's trade. What you're looking here in front of you is the NASDAQ on a 2-minute time frame. I know it kind of looks like a lot of things on the charts, but if you allow me to explain, it's not that complicated. Basically, I trade support, resistance, price action. So again, what do you have here? Get my pen really quick. So I have a VWAP. This is I trade with NinjaTrader, right? This is NinjaTrader, by the way. So I have a VWAP from NinjaTrader, and then I have these lines. You guys see these yellow lines? It's just an indicator. Which you guys want to check it out, I'll leave the link below this video. But it's an indicator. It's done by AI. It gives you support and resistance levels automatically. So I have that. And then I just added this other indicator, which these green boxes that you guys see here is basically liquidity, kind of like fair value gaps. Well, not kind of, like fair value gaps. If I zoom out, you guys can see there's one down here and there's multiple down here. So depending on the day, this will read the markets and give me those areas. All right, so that's basically what I have on my chart. Again, not very complicated. And then these 2 lines here, this is just basically, I did this manually. What I do is off of the 50-minute breakout. So what I do is I start my day on the 50-minute time frame. So basically what I do, if I go to the 15, we go back to this morning. This was November the 12th. Yeah, today, this morning. So this was the open right here. And as you guys can see, this candle right here is the first 50 minutes of the market open. So that's why I have that high and the low of the candle, wick to wick. And so I did those at the close of that candle. As soon as that candle closes, I go back into my 2 minutes. And I have on my other screen at 3 minutes. So I keep an eye on 2 and 3 minutes. And just basically wait for the market to break above or below the 50-minute breakout and then start to take trades. Okay. So again, market open. We had the first push to the upside. It hit the resistance, so we had a false breakout, and I was ready to take my trade here. I was ready to sell it because we had a false breakout. It had hit my resistance, so I knew there was a rejection. I had a limit order to sell, and honestly, I had it when this kind of closed, this first wick to retest happened so fast that by the time I was, I still have my order there pending. By the time this move happened, this retest happened so quick, like not even a second, it had already done that and it was already coming down. So when it did that quick, I was like, man, I don't know. We might get another attempt to go back and retest. So I waited, and sure enough, market just took off. So I was like, all right, I'll just wait for opportunity. Last thing I want to do is chase it, FOMO trade. So Just saw the market just dumped. I was like, all right, man, that was my trade. All right, no problem. Came down into the lower part of the 15, did not break, went back. So at this point, we were kind of like sideways here, was not doing anything, just bouncing in between the VWAP. I usually don't take trades out of the VWAP, just more for reference, see where the market's at. So all this time here, about 20-30 minutes, just looking at this mess, still thinking about that trade I could have taken and been done for the day. We go back into the 15, and now we started going to breaking, going back, breaking, going back. So it was a couple of times I had my entries ready to go, and then the last second the candle would not do what I was expecting, and I would just take the entry. And so started to do more or less the same thing here, but it was just doing it over here, right? This time it was doing it on the VWAP. This time it was doing it off of the 50-minute breakout. Finally broke to the downside a little bit. Again, I didn't have anything clear here, so when it started coming down, I was like, all right, let's see what we can do. I had a support level, we had the box, so we had a fair value gap. So I was like, all right, if we go into the support, we can start looking to buy the market. Made another attempt, another false breakout. Now this candle, you guys see close above. So when this was live, you know, it was not like this where this candle did close below, right? This one did not. So I was still, you know, trying to see if the next candle maybe trying to do another attempt. So by the time this candle, same thing, was already on its way down. Again, I just didn't do anything. I didn't want to chase it. So again, I let it go, right? Market drops. So I was all right, cool. We're getting back into our zone. And then it makes another pullback, and then it starts to dump, right? This is when, if you guys traded this morning, you saw that market just started to just dump, right? We don't look it back. Now, when this candle broke this support, I did have another entry to go short, but again, when this candle was was forming, I was waiting to see if it would break back above, would be over like a false breakout, right? And same thing, when this kind of closed, when this kind of closed below, I put my order here to go short, expecting a retest, and of course this thing just took off, right? So same thing as in the morning. I was kind of frustrated at that point. By this time, this was I'm on Central Time, so when this was happening, this was right at noon, right at lunch. I usually just, if I don't take trades or if I haven't done anything before lunch, I usually just call it a day. As we go into the lunch time, it just gets very slow, and then, you know, you bring that frustration from the morning. Not a good mix right there, right? So, but what I did see is we finally hit this other level of support, and then again we're inside this fair value gap. So I was like, all right, cool. We might have a market started to turn back around, and that's what it did, right? We had this candle touch the support, did not break it. And then we have started to push up, pull back. And then when I saw this right here, I do have what I like to call the 3-candle pattern, which is basically a red candle followed by an engulfing and then a confirmation candle. So I had a 3-candle pattern here form on a support. My entry was at the close of this candle. So my entry was here. And I just wrote this candle, hit targets, and I was out. Again, I just look for quick scalps. I don't look for big moves in the market. So I just went ahead and got into that trade, took profit, and again, I used a trade copier, 1 mini on NQ, and so it hit our targets. This is on the Apex accounts, and then also copied on the TakeProfit and the trade day. So it was a total of 10 accounts, but this is from Rhythmic. It only shows the Apex, so that's the one that I have. But overall, it was one trade to profit, and we're done for the day. All right, so I know, guys, like I said, this is gonna be just the first video after like a year or almost 2 years of not being active. Promise you guys might be more active and make these videos a little bit shorter. I know I'm already going here, just babbling a lot, but just wanted to come back here, say hello to you guys again. Hopefully you guys like this, start subscribing. I'm gonna be more active, and show you the the recaps of the trades for every day, and I'm going to do also videos on the strategies that I use, and anything that I have in my charts or anything you guys have questions, I'll have links below the video. All right, with that said, guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.